Hey everyone, thank you so much for coming today. So glad to see all my Damies. Today, I'll show you the perfect makeup for those days you want a bare face look, an effortless chic vibe, but don't want a full face. I've put together a get ready with me for you. So let's get right into the makeup. Let's go. First off, every morning I use a home care device, you see. This is ethanol, and I use it to disinfect the device. I try to do it every day, but I can't on busy days. I use this one about once a week. Medicube has a lot of home care devices. I've received many from other companies too, but I don't show products in my videos that I don't reach for it often or don't really use. Since I don't use them, I don't show them. Then, about 5 or 6 times a week, I use this one. This is the Cryosonic Pro. I'm so incredibly grateful they sent it to me, and I've been using it a lot. This is not an ad. It has a dedicated gel, but I don't have it now. So I'm just going to apply a firming cream and then do it. I'll use the tight mode. But I highly recommend you all use the dedicated gel. I looked up how to use it, and it does say you can use it with other skincare products. But it states they recommend using the device's dedicated gel. Therefore, I really recommend you use the dedicated gel. I prioritize firmness, so I exclusively use the tight mode. After using it, my skin gets a dewy glow, and inner skin dryness feels resolved better than with just cosmetics. All done. Now for a quick base routine, this cream has already absorbed. If you apply another product after the cream has completely dried, your skin can feel dry. So you need to reactivate this cream. You have to rehydrate this dry layer, and thermal spring water works wonders for that. I explained this in my skincare video too, Avens Thermal Spring Water. I spray a really generous amount like this. The dried up cream actually becomes moist again and truly comes back to life. There's way too much on now, so I'll just wipe some off with my hands. You can't really wipe it off once it's completely dry, you see. So I generously spray this thermal water, then use that moisture to wipe it away. And when you spray the thermal water, it genuinely gets moist again. It's like you've reapplied the cream. So if you used a face mask and it dried out, or you put on cream and it dried out, spraying thermal water is a great trick. Now I'll finish up with a highly moisturizing cream. The Bioderma Cicabio pomade is seriously so good. It's truly highly moisturizing. After applying firming cream, then this Cicabio pomade, my skin won't feel dry. It doesn't feel dry even with the heater on. Next is sunscreen. This one from Effortless is a sunscreen I've been using consistently. Make sure you apply sunscreen thoroughly into every nook and cranny. It can clump up, so make sure to get every nook and cranny. And here we go again. I'll apply a thin layer under my eyes. So lip balm is on. Now I'll apply cream to my neck. My neck is precious too, so sunscreen on the neck as well. Effortless chic has levels, you know, and I often go without makeup. Sometimes I can't be bothered and also want skin protection, so level 1 is a bare face. I just apply sunscreen and head out. Level 2 involves applying a dark circle concealer. When I don't feel like wearing makeup, but my dark circles are looking a bit dull today and I just want to conceal them a little bit, that's when I reach for Code Blocal or Concealer Null. It's a very moisturizing concealer, great for under eyes. I love this product because it's super affordable at Daiso and it offers UV protection. Among these dark circle concealers, some products don't offer any UV protection, you see. But this one is not only cheap, it also has SPF 20 PA++, so I absolutely love it. I used this a lot last year, but I think the product spoiled. It felt a bit off, so I bought new ones yesterday. Number 1 Pure and number 2 Peach. The coverage is really light. It feels like cream with a tiny bit of concealer mixed in. It goes on very smoothly and provides just a subtle amount of coverage. My dark circles have a purplish reddish tint. These dark circles, where the skin is truly thin, reveal visible blood vessels. There are also those kind of dark circles, but then there's also skin pigmentation that's grayish and very dull. You should pick the color that matches your dark circles. If your dark circles are purplish or reddish, you should use number 1. If your dark circles have no red tint at all and just look dull, then you should use number 2 Peach. For dark circles with a reddish tint, you must use number 1. Number 2 has redness, so applying it makes them look even redder. If you apply too much, it spreads out broadly, covering a much wider area than you initially intended to apply it on. So I put a little on the back of my hand, blend it, and just pick up a tiny amount. With just a thin layer on my finger, I'll go ahead and apply it. just on the dark circles. It can spread more than you think, so you only need a really small amount. The area under my eyes gets really red too, so a little bit there as well. You could just use a regular concealer, but the reason I use this product is, as you can see, the coverage isn't super strong. However, it's subtly covered, isn't it? I truly appreciate this light coverage. If I were to use a regular concealer or a cushion here, it would cover a lot more than this. Then, up close, the line between where you applied it and where you didn't is too obvious. And this concealer nozzle is incredibly moisturizing. It feels like applying a cream, so there's less creasing and fine lines, and it feels comfortable on your skin, perfect for a no-makeup feel. The higher the coverage, the thicker and less moisturizing it tends to be. Then my skin feels quite stuffy and heavy, almost like I'm wearing a full face of makeup. When viewed up close, it might also appear a little dry. That's precisely why I use a product like this for targeted concealment. Apply a thin layer and just tap it in. If you just swipe it on, it might rub off or spread too far. Rub it in just a little, then gently pat it into your skin. And also I have quite severe redness next to my nose, so I apply it there as well. Just roll a bit onto your finger, but when you're covering the redness by your nose, don't use the peach shade. You have to use the beige one. Since this area is red too, I'll just apply a little. The space between my eyebrows gets a little red too. If I put a bit here, it looks completely like a bare face. But it gives such a subtle coverage that my complexion looks even brighter. So when I don't want to wear makeup, but I want to look a little better in photos or want a healthier looking complexion, I use this concealer. Pretty good, right? Often sold out at Daiso. Yesterday I went to 2 Daiso stores to get it. If you can't find it nearby, you'll probably have to buy it online. Okay, I'll show you the next step. Don't want to go out barefaced, but also don't want a full face of makeup. When you really want to achieve a simple, effortless, chic makeup look, I'll demonstrate exactly how to do it. I use these 2 products often. If UV protection and good coverage are key for you, then the beauty of Joseon Daily Tinted Sun Serum is ideal. Originally, this product line didn't offer coverage. It just subtly evened out your skin tone and came in various shades. I used that product quite a bit, but now they've released one that also includes coverage. They've also added 3 new colors. I used the medium shade LN120. The color came out really nice and isn't dull, but the coverage isn't on a foundation level. Well, obviously, since it's a sunscreen, the coverage is still quite decent. It covers to some extent. It won't hide all blemishes, but it evens out your overall skin tone well. And I like that it doesn't feel heavy. Since it's a lightweight formula compared to cushion foundations, it feels more comfortable on the skin. I'll put this on one side of my face and that on the other. This one works best with a puff. You can apply it quickly and it adheres better, so I highly recommend a puff, but I sometimes use my hands. If lazy, I just use my hands, and there's a way to apply it thinner with fingers. First, put some on the back of your hand like this, rolling it on. This will act as your brush. You all know the V-zone, don't you? Everyone, the skin in this V-zone area is actually a bit thicker. So first I gently swipe it on this area and then I fill in the inner parts. This area has larger pores, so sweep it like this to get it deep in. It applies really thinly, right? Roll it on bit by bit to get a thin layer. So apply to the V-zone's thickest skin first, then fill pores by swiping inwards, then blend out. There's a specific technique for finger application as well. You don't just haphazardly rub it on. You first get a thin layer by rolling it onto your finger, then apply it to the thicker areas of your skin, following the natural grain. Then you swipe inwards like this to fill in the pores. If you just slap it on, it'll bead up in your pores. Then blend it outwards. Because less product on the edges prevents a suffocated skin feel and avoids a wider face look. Finally, you just sweep it towards the outer edges, and you have to pat it in. Because you used your hands, you might get some streaks, so pat it in. Then it applies really smoothly. But if your skincare wasn't right and your sunscreen went on clumpily, it will all rub off, becoming patchy. That's why no matter what you do, skincare is always important. Applied this way, it's super thin. You can apply foundation similarly. I roll it to apply and my glabella where my pores are quite large. So focus on sweeping across the brow to fill the pores, then spread it outwards. Then blend and extend it all the way up to your eyelids. Just use the remainder. Applying past here will crease your eyelids. So apply only to the upper part and then dab on some more product. Next, we move on to the chin area. Too much on the philtrum can crease into lines. Apply to the chin first, then lightly sweep over with just the leftover. Then, more for the nose. Oh my, I said I'd only show you half, but I ended up applying it all. For the nose, you obviously need to swipe. Pores are large, so don't pat swipe. If you swipe with a bit of pressure, it fills in the pores. Then pat the surrounding area to blend. And if you feel like it's caked up here, you have to wipe it off. If there's too much product here, it'll crease more, so wipe a little off. And if you haven't used concealer, just get another thin layer on your finger and apply it under your eyes the same way. It applies very thinly. It won't cover these kinds of blemishes completely. Your skin tone looks cleaner. The SPF 50+PA++++ is super high. So it's perfect for when you're traveling. If you don't want to bring a puff with you on a trip, you can just apply it with your hands like this. If you're wondering why I apply it so intricately by hand, feel free to apply it however you find comfortable. But if you have thin skin, a lot of dead skin cells, or some skin issues, then applying it my way would be better for you. It really makes a difference. Just slapping it on versus applying it according to your skin's texture and thickness is a whole different world. The lasting power differs. Why? A thin, small amount allows your skin to hold it, making it last much longer. Therefore, applying it this way is absolutely excellent. Now I'll go remove this makeup. I use cleansing water to get it all off, then wipe again with a pad. You might be curious how I reapply it after taking it off, so I'll show you. I just wipe it off like this. My skin is still very hydrated right now, so just a moisturizing cream. I don't need to do my whole skincare routine again, because I just did it a little while ago. Now let me show you the BB cream. This one is the Rosy Kim BB Essence. This also comes in 3 colors. I use shade 02, which is the second lightest one. This BB cream has a little less coverage than the sun serum. The coverage is lighter, but it's very hydrating. Your skin texture looks even better. And you get this subtle, healthy glow appearing. If your skin feels rough and dry and you're aiming for an overall smooth and clean complexion, this BB cream is perfectly suitable. However, if you desire a bit more coverage, I would highly recommend this particular sun serum. This BB cream is also just great when you mix it with foundation. It's a BB cream I truly adore, and its usual grayish tone is significantly reduced. Nowadays, BB creams come in various shades and don't have that old school grayish tone. You can apply this in the same manner. Begin with the V-zone, and because of its smooth texture, it spreads exceptionally well. It adheres to your skin instantly. So for this one, you don't even have to apply it with a puff. It applies really well with just your hands. Always apply to the V-zone first, then the inner areas, and blend outwards. Fill in the pores between the brows. B cream is great for large pores. Thanks to the BB cream's hydrating moisture and smooth finish, it covers pores quite effectively. Just sweep it over your nose like so. Both products offer pretty good pore coverage. While it doesn't give that flawless, complete concealment like a foundation, it certainly doesn't emphasize your pores either. For under the eyes, I take a tiny bit more, a thin layer, and apply it separately. It's a bare-face look, but my skin looks cleaner, right? You can really see that signature glossy glow from this BB cream. You can finish your base makeup here, or you can choose to do more. It's up to you. For the next steps, if you need a little more coverage or want to conceal specific spots, nothing beats a concealer pencil. This is the Drop B Colors Cover Fit Concealer Pencil in number 1, Clear Beige. There's also an even darker shade available, so starting from shade 23, you can use that one. But even within shade 23, there are some that aren't super dark. Even with the same shade number, it looks different on everyone, so if you're a shade 23 but on the brighter side, you're better off with number 1. I often use this concealer pencil as my no makeup product. The reason is the coverage isn't super strong. Drop B is like the Daiso version of the Siam. The Siam has better coverage. See how my skin isn't 100% covered? It's in a state of translucent coverage, right? When that's the case, a slightly softer, less opaque concealer is a better match than one with extremely strong coverage. Because if your skin has this sheer coverage and then the concealer suddenly covers 100%, it creates a harsh line. The areas with concealer will look quite thick, and the parts with only BB cream will appear thin. The thickness won't match, so pick the formula based on your skin's condition. This Drop B concealer isn't stiff, it has a smooth formula. and its coverage, I'd estimate, feels like roughly 80% compared to the same. So I use it often for this no makeup look. See the hollows under my dark circles? I apply it here to the hollows under my eyes. I like that it doesn't offer 100% coverage, more like 80%. But I sometimes use this for a full makeup look too. If you apply a little powder and then this concealer pencil, the coverage gets even better. So you can definitely use it for a full face of makeup. I also apply a little here to brighten the dullness on my under eye area. It doesn't feel like heavy makeup, but it subtly conceals. Once applied, there's a visible line, isn't there? You can gently tap it with your finger, but if your finger is too clean, the concealer will just be completely wiped off. It'll come right off, so your finger needs to have a tiny bit of BB cream or concealer on it. Tap it gently with product on your finger so the concealer won't lift. So after you've applied BB cream, don't clean your hands. Utilize that residue for the concealer. Just apply a little like this, and then gently use your finger to blend the edges and cover whatever else you want to hide. When concealing blemishes, don't spread it on. Instead, think of it as just dabbing. You're just gently dotting it on. If you dot it gently, it gets covered. If you think of it as spreading, you might wipe it off instead of covering it, and it will spread too far out. You must think of it as gently dotting. Not just dotting once, but repeatedly, over and over again, you dot it on. Until it's covered, you can just spot conceal only the areas you want to hide. And besides this Drop B concealer pencil, there's also an eye sealer stick. This one is meant for under the eyes and has a peach color mixed in. Like I explained earlier, if your dark circles have a reddish tint, you should cover them with this concealer pencil that has no red tones. If you have dull grayish or brownish dark circles without any red, then you should use the peach color. This is the eye sealer stick, peach color, and this is the concealer pencil. You can just choose the color like this and cover up. For blemishes, you can use the concealer pencil. The eye sealer stick is softer and more moisturizing, so it'll be easier to apply under the eyes. For me, the area under my brows looks greenish. So I'll apply a little of the eye sealer stick in the peach color here, just to cover up that greenish tint a bit. When I've done this much makeup, I also do my eyebrows. I don't have much eyebrow hair on this side, so I'll fill this part in a little. I just fill in the areas of my brows where the hairs are sparse. This is Peripera's number 9 taupe brown. I just lightly fill in only the sparse parts of my eyebrows that I'm concerned about. If I fill them in completely, my brows would look too made up. It doesn't match my skin. My base is very sheer, so it would look weird if my brows were heavily drawn in. So just a little, just this much. Next up is eyelash serum. You only need to use this if you want to, but I really like this one from Fresian. I even advertise this one. It's a black color, and I love that not much comes out. If too much product comes out on the wand, it gets messy and smudges under my eyes. I like this one because it applies cleanly. Since not much comes out, it goes on my lashes thin. It's easy to apply, and since it's black, it subtly enhances definition. So it's really great as a no makeup product. Even though this is black, you don't need to use remover. It all washes off with water. I was told the pigment is a natural colorant. This product is really comfortable on the eyes. I have severe dry eyes and very sensitive eyes, but applying this never causes any discomfort. It's a favorite, so the effortless chic look is done. All that's left are the lips. I'm going to skip blush to keep the look clean. For lips, I'm also applying a tinted lip balm. Tinted lip balms are great for going out. You don't need to carry a separate lip balm since this one does it all. So for a no makeup or effortless chic look, I really love tinted lip balms, and I recently discovered this color. Cleo sent it to me, and I fell head over heels for it, so I just had to show it to you today. A lot of tinted lip balms lean towards red. Many have reddish tones, and there are a lot of pink ones too. So there are many tinted lip balms that get redder over time as they stain your lips. Of course I use and like the ones that turn red, but sometimes it's just not what I want. When I'm going for a clean look, if my lips suddenly turn bright red, it kind of ruins the vibe. I'm trying for a subtle makeup look, but if my lips suddenly turn red, it completely shatters that delicate effect. However, this particular color, Cleo number 10 Hazelmilk, has a brownish tint and is notably low in saturation. It's a brown, nude-toned lip balm. I love that it's not too red. It just adds a hint of healthy color, you know? I overline my lips a bit for a fuller look. The color isn't too red and it's so subtle, I love it. It just makes my natural lip color look a bit more defined. And I used this product a lot last year too, just in a different color. It moisturizes really well and it's not overly sticky, so I love it. Ah, I really love this new color. My lips aren't red, right? When I do this type of makeup, I don't use powder. My nose does tend to get quite oily, but I generally just let it stay a bit shiny. But for those with extremely oily skin, your makeup might darken, so it's a good idea to use some powder. When your face is effortless chic, your hair and clothes should match that vibe, right? Oh, I changed my hair, by the way. What do you think of this new style? I'm really happy with it. This hairstyle is really pretty when it's wavy. If you're curious about it, I can definitely show you in a future Get Ready With Me video. Today's look is an effortless chic, so waves wouldn't quite suit it. My bangs have grown out a bit though. They were shorter before. I should probably trim them. For my effortless chic outfit, this is from ERA. It's so pretty. The pants are long, so they make my legs look longer too. And then this fur coat on top. I really adore fur, and I think it looks even prettier when styled with an effortless chic vibe rather than a completely done-up look. With a zip-up hoodie, and to top it off, some sunglasses. Ugh, these shades don't work. I should do my hair, then find some. This outfit's bulky, so tying my hair up is better, right? It looks so stuffy. I should tie my hair up. I think just a messy bun like this would be better. Let me pull out some baby hairs too. I love this lip color. Is this vibe weird? Normally, I don't wear contact lenses when I go out, but I wore them just to look nice for you all. These day mode gray contacts really suit the effortless chic vibe. Oh right, my eyelashes have some sparse spots. They're not very full. If you apply it by pressing it into the base of the lashes, it makes them look a little bit fuller. You can apply mascara this way too. It makes them look subtly fuller, just a little bit. So my hair is in this kind of messy bun, and for socks, stitch socks. Whenever I see stitch socks at places like the Disney store, I always buy them. There's a certain joy that comes from socks, this bare face. Well, it's not truly a bare face, but it's quite close, isn't it? It has this genuinely natural feeling that does not conceal your skin's natural complexion. It's a look you simply can't achieve with foundation, so please do try this effortless chic look. Alright, now I also need to pick out some sunglasses. I absolutely love sunglasses, you know. So first up, these. These really don't suit me, do they? These are vintage. Vintage. There's a vintage sunglasses shop in Seongsu. I've bought quite a few from there. Around 30,000 won. They're cheap. Next, black. I got these there too. These were also 30,000 won. They're nice. I have blue ones. These look good too, and these aren't vintage. I bought them. Where? Where? They're quite circular in shape, you know. I don't really like them that much. And I also have these. I got these at that Seongsu spot. They're my favorite sunglasses. The shape, the color, they really complement brown-toned clothing perfectly. Oh, I think these are just the best. For bags, I've brought these 3 today. This is number 1 vintage. It really suits me, but how much was this again? Did I buy this for 30,000 won too? And this is a leopard print bag from the brand Melvin. Isn't it so cute? It's made of super soft fur. How much was this one? Was it 70,000 won? Is that a bit much, too much? And this one, is it Diane? Diane. It's from that brand. This burgundy is surprisingly versatile. It suits everything, so it works well here too. I'm torn between these two. Which one fits? Is this one too much, this one? To me, it looks quite pretty. Or this one. I really ought to ask my husband. Which one looks better? Number 1. My husband says the color of this one works well, but the texture and size of this one is a better fit. I like this, but the downside is I can't attach a keychain. There's no place to hang a keychain. Oh no, I just bought such a super cute one, you know. Stitch, isn't he so cute? There's just nowhere to put it. Ugh, seriously. Oh well. And just like that, my outfit is complete for going out. What do you all think of it? These socks are a little see-through, stitch socks, but they're too cute to give up. Thank you so much for watching today, my Danas. Danas, lovely love forever. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.